So on the Gen 3 Hayabusa, in order to have different power modes, that says PW, you have to take my word on it here, but if I click the mode up and down buttons, it'll go from 1 to 3, just like stock does. You can actually go all the way up to 10 if you want, but I've got it set up for 3 separate tables. And this is going to be for your main way that you are going to limit the power output of the bike. So what we can do is jump into E-throttle, and you go to your throttle target table, and what you'll see is there's a 4D axis, okay, and this 4D axis is actually looking at a counter that's called power mode. So right now I'm in power mode 1, and if I click my up button, you'll see that I'm going to go into power mode 2 and then power mode 3. Okay, now essentially the table that I have in here right now for power mode 1 is really just, let's go down, and my laptop screen's not very big here. Essentially you can see it's kind of like old school throttle. 10% throttle input equals 10% throttle output, 20% all the way up to 100%. The stock mapping is certainly nothing like that. They slow the throttle down quite a bit, so you've got to give it more throttle early on in order to get a little bit of output. And we may end up going back that way once we get on the dyno and ride it some. That may make it easier to ride and a little smoother. Okay, but what you can do then, again, you could have like up to 10 different tables here if you want, but if you go into power mode 2, we'll see that things are a little bit different now. There's places in the map here that the throttle is muted, so you go 10% throttle in, you're getting 5 out, 20 in and you're getting 9 out, 30 in and you're getting 15 out. And that's all adjustable based upon engine RPM and throttle position there. Could be based on other things as well. And then if you go to the third table, now you can see here like peak throttle anywhere is only 60%, but you know, high RPM, wide open throttle, you're closing the throttle off substantially down to like 40% or so. So I believe this is actually the stock Power 3 map, or mimicked to look like the stock one. So this would be similar to what you would see on the bike's Power 3 as with the stock Suzuki ECU on it. So what I was going to do now is going to attempt to show the throttle blades, but that's kind of hard because I can't really hold the camera. What I would say is that if I move to power mode 1, 2, and 3, you can see them move a little bit. But so if I hold the throttle wide open and then go into, I guess I can show it this way. Here's power mode 1. There's wide open. You can see the blades are all the way open. I go into power mode 2. Okay, go wide open on the throttle input. You can see they're not open nearly as much. Same thing for power mode 3. Now they're barely cracked open, like 40% or so.